Nice,
We get it
dog.
out the mud, baby.
All right. Let's get to the next topic. All right, y'all ready?
Dude, man, this guy
All
different.
right. The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Errol Spence leaked sparring footage. So there's sparring footage out there of Errol Spence that has been leaked, and Derek James was asked about it by Ellie Setback, and he answered the question. So I'm going to go to Ellie Setback. If you're not familiar with Ellie Setback, his channel is on YouTube. This is his channel right here. You can go subscribe. Reporting, listen to his videos. So here's what Derek James had to say about the sparring video.
So yesterday, I guess some footage got released of sparring, and everybody in boxing knows, Derek, that you don't upload sparring. You don't record sparring when you go to a gym. You definitely don't upload sparring before a fight. When you saw everybody posting it yesterday, what were you thinking?
Well, I mean, I saw it like before. I don't really, I'm really on the internet like that. I think that, people, it's not a lot of integrity in the situation. I mean, people don't care about being right or wrong. They just care about being first. I think that, people want to see news out there. It's like, it's not a lot of integrity. Nobody cares about integrity of the fighters or what other people see. They just want to be the ones to show it and share it. That's really what it's all about. I mean, whatever it is, that's how they feel about it.
Yeah, but I'm saying everybody was so celebration, leaked footage. I mean, it's not cool. You didn't shoot it. You don't have the rights to it. It wasn't meant for you. Now, if you got permission, that's different. If they came to you and said, "Hey, can we play?" You said yes. A different story. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I mean, that's a whole lot of to ask somebody for something like that. Come on, man.
yeah, exactly. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, did you watch the clip at all? I think it was Earl sparring Charlo.
Oh, I don't know how to see it.
Yeah. So Derek Tanner's little interview.
So there you have it. That's what Derek James had to say about the sparring footage of Errol Spence being released. I'll turn it over to you, Trail Dollar Bill. What was your reaction to, or what is your reaction to people releasing sparring footage of Errol Spence?
I'm gonna keep the same energy like I've been keeping since I've been on this show. You're a sucker. Whoever leaked this footage, you're a BS. Bona fide sucker. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we already know that sparring is it don't hold no weight with sparring. We already talked about that on this channel before. But for you to go out your way to do some, I don't know, what my man Tony Harrison said. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? Cornball. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are, man. You're a cornball, man. And that ain't cool. I'm not with it. And I know Derek James, man, he was trying to take the high road there, but so I'm going to say it for you. Whoever leaked that footage, you're a sucker. And that's how I feel about that.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, I agree with Tro. Sucker, that's corny. Shame on you. But it's funny when he was like, they don't care about right or wrong anymore. They just care about who's first, and that's the problem with this generation. It's like everybody just wants viewership and likes. So they know I shouldn't be showing this, but I don't care. I'm trying to get put on, and that's the problem. And to add on what Trill was just saying, like, sparring is for learning. You know what I mean? So just because you're seeing a clip, and it's funny, when I heard about it earlier this week, I didn't even want to look it up. I was like, man, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, let's just say he looked like straight trash. It doesn't matter. I don't know what round that is. I don't know what they're working on. There's a lot of things, a lot of variables that are in place in sparring that when you're looking just from like a 30-second clip or 1 minute clip or whatever, you don't really know what they're working on. So let's just say he doesn't look his greatest. Who cares? It's sparring. You know what I'm saying? He's learning, he's working, he's practicing, he's drilling. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just sad, man, that people I guess don't honor the code of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like sparring shouldn't be leaked to the public at all. Like what's in training camp stays in training camp. And that's how it should always be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, TBE.
The footage got leaked, but I see what Spence is going for. You know, Pacquiao, he's the man with the faster hands. He throws. He has a higher punching output. So you know, for like people are saying Spence was getting lit up or Spence was getting beaten down or whatever, look bad. I don't think that was the case. I think Spence was training himself to take on a flurry of punches. Like when punches come at you, how do you take them? Like don't let it get you out your game. What's your defense? What's your technique? But it got leaked. It's whatever. Whoever did it should be fired. Should never be let back in the camp. But you know, I don't think it's nothing to be worried about. It's just build up to what we're gonna see in the fight. Because what we see right now is nothing to what we're gonna see in the ring. And it's just let's go Pacquiao versus Spence.
Yeah, Derek James touched on something too. He was talking about like the channels that uploaded it and the people who showed the footage of it. And he said, you know, they don't care about the integrity of the sport. They just want to be first and they just want to share the news and discuss it. And yeah, we want to discuss it because it's out there, but we're not going to show that footage. We don't, you know. What I would say is this, truthfully. I mean, and there's no disrespect because leaking it's the problem, not showing it. If you get your hands on it, to me, then it is what it is, right? It's like if I get my hands on a Nas track or something that is released, hey man, I'm gonna listen to it, you know. So it is what it is.
Right.
But leaking this footage means that you were in a trusted position to have the footage.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the one with the obligation not to leak it. I feel like saying to someone who gets their hands on it not to put it out to the world, well, do they have some duty not to? Like, is there loyalty to you and your team, or is it to their base? Because their base looks for them to put out content, put out news. And so the person who recorded the footage, the person who was in possession of the footage had a duty not to release it. That person lacks integrity. It's that person's lack of integrity that put that footage in the hands of all the other YouTubers. But all the other YouTubers who obtained the footage and put it out there, they were simply catering to their audience and the people who they have loyalty to. So although I understand where he's coming from, I do feel like the integrity in those comments that he made regarding integrity are directed toward the person who actually leaked the footage and shouldn't be directed at the YouTube channels. Although we didn't show the footage at this particular time. I know we did show footage of Edgar Berlanga and Erickson Lubin. With that being said, sparring is sparring, man. People got to understand there's so many things that go into sparring. Like even with the Erickson Lubin and Edgar Berlanga thing, Erickson Lubin was like weeks away from his actual fight. Like he actually had a fight coming up. He was close to being as sharp as he could possibly be, and Berlanga just went in there to get some work.
That's
So
what I was gonna say.
Exactly. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just chiming in with you, just agreeing with you. I seen the footage, and I don't see what they're saying about Earl getting mollywopped in there or getting handed. I can't see it. It just seems like good work in there. That's what it looks like to me. And we don't know. It's not time stamped. So exactly what you were saying, Caden. We don't know if this was Earl starting camp and Charlo finishing, because he was getting ready for a fight anyway. So exactly everything what you was just saying, we don't know. So I totally agree with what you were saying.
And they realize you can't tell me what round they were in. You can't tell me what Earl was instructed to do for that round or anything. When I was younger, like 13 years old. I was in Goody Petronelli's gym. And Goody asked me to go into a ring with a pro. And he told me to throw as many punches as I could and try to hit the pro. Because I have fast hands. I still have fast hands. But back then, because I was young and light, they were faster. And he told me to try to hit the pro. The pro obviously was instructed not to hit a 13-year-old kid. And I was in there trying to wail on the dude, man, trying to get him. And all he was doing was working on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody records that video today and they release it out here, be like, 13-year-old kid whoops a professional. And then I can come on YouTube like, he couldn't touch me, man. I was doing it. But in actuality, he was fighting someone with fast hands. I was a young kid with fast hands. Goody asked me to go in the ring and said, hey, unload the tank trying to hit this guy. And that's what I did. The guy never did anything but jab me in the face every now and then just to establish distance. But that was it. So, like, come on, man. Sparring is, like I said, if you know, you know. You have to call the question. Go ahead.
Fun fact, the guy who Caden is talking about, Goody Petronelli, is the trainer of Hall of Fame fighter and boxing legend, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes. Out of Brockton. So, yeah. So, like, what you got to understand is if you've never been in that environment, you've never been in a gym, you seeing something can be very misleading. A 30-second clip can be very misleading. 20-second clip can be very misleading. And we know that. Like, even a 20-second clip where someone may get dropped could be misleading because all you see is 20 seconds where that person got dropped. But what if they were winning the rest of the round? What if it was round like 4 and in the first 3, they were cooking the person, they got dropped, they get back up, win the rest of the round. If it was a fight, okay, they still would be winning the fight. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't really place much stock on what people say. Because the fact of the matter is, you can't tell me one fighter who hasn't had it handed to them in sparring at one point in time or another. You can't tell me one fighter who hasn't had a bad night of sparring. There sometimes, I remember the guy, I don't know his real name, but his fight name was El Gato. And he was sparring Miguel Cotto, and they sent him home. And he was like, oh, Miguel Cotto don't really want that work. He don't want that rough work. And it's like, yo, you're trying to become a Hall of Famer and sparring against Miguel Cotto, bro. Like, yo, he got a real fight he's training for. Like, you in here trying to become like, he's not trying to go through gym wars before his fight. So, like, I think some people don't, or whatever floats your boat. When it comes to me, I don't care who won the sparring match. I care who won the actual fight. I don't care who won the scrimmage. I care who actually won when it mattered. I'll give it to you as someone from Boston. Look at the New England Patriots. 18-1. 18-1. If I say that, it'll ruffle some feathers. You know why? Because the Patriots were undefeated until the Super Bowl against the New York Giants. The team that they beat, like week 16, week 17, they beat the New York Giants in the regular season. So there was basically a coronation that the Patriots were going to be the first team to go 19-0, the first team to become undefeated since the 1972 Miami Dolphins, except the New York Giants won when it mattered. That's all that matters. Did you win when it counts? I don't care about what happens in sparring.
Just to clarify, that season never happened. We don't know what Kaden's talking about.
Oh, wait, that's a bad year for us, man.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We're the Boxing Bros.
You're welcome.